Hello War Selection community, I'm your host Zombie32, and what do we have for today? I have for you some 2v2 game from the tiny tournament that was hosted by Big Bad Wolf and Body, and our victims are, well, you probably see them in the chat. It's TimOn. Wow, I'm probably gonna present them slowly. Let's present them slowly, there's no rush. So, let's go to the, let's do it slowly, there's no rush. So we got here XFactorLive, very good player, top 1 or 2 or 3, actually no, Mamlada is in top 1 at the moment I believe. He requested someone to steal his points, because he's bored waiting 20 minutes in the queue, so yeah, that's a thing. And his ally here is Pizza, a French player who knows how to play. He played a lot with X-Factor, he trained with X-Factor a lot, so they two know how to play against each other, and they also know how to cooperate together. So it's gonna be a good match overall. You're gonna see some good plays. So who are the opponents that have to deal with these two titans? Well, Olvi is a noob. Well, we got a noob, and his ally is TimOn. So a group of noobs or trolls or goblins against a group of titans. That sounds like a good thumbnail. Anyways, let's the first thing we do, ignore the gameplay and start looking at heals, because that's the most important thing. Now, I'm not very artistic, but I know one thing for sure. This is how it meant to be. Look at the heal, look at the art style, and just imagine what the heal is facing. The heal is facing Olvi base, and now a scout died randomly. Of course, that's what the heal is seeing. The heal is the all-seeing of the world. He sees the cruelty that this world is facing, more or less. Anyways, go back to the real world. You know, we have our selection. It's a game. We're supposed to watch the game, you know, not random stuff. No, it's fine. Right. So what is their strategy? TimOn opted into warriors. Olvi opted into warriors. Okay, Pizza opted into warriors. And lastly, XFactorLive did not opt into warriors. We have someone who did not follow the rules. I don't know what's going on, but XFactor, your opponents decided warriors is the way. Your teammate decided warriors is the way. Why did you decide to go slingers? Why? Why, man? Look, everyone went warriors, and you're the only one who went warriors. That's not cool, man. Show some honor. We are barbarians. We're men moving with big stones on our fists, and we have muscles to show it around. Why we are doing that? Because our ancestors picked two stones and then they started to hit each other somehow. They're barbarians. Look at them. Look at these barbarians moving around and killing almost nothing. Okay, one worker died, and that's Bronze Age worker. So that's something. I guess that's worth something. The only thing that's worth considering is that I think we have two players attacking at once, right? Olvi and that's it. Honestly, I'm not too sure. I don't see anything here. I don't see anything from this side. Same thing here. There is some backup from X-Factor, but it's a bit too late. The army of Olvi is retreating. I think it was a two-pronged attack, or at least one big group of warriors coming in, and it's definitely caused some damage to Pizza, because now he has to reconstruct some houses. I wonder if he's idle. I mean, he just finished constructing that. His population is not 60 anyway, so he's not idle. And now those warriors coming in to annoy them a bit, but they're focusing the army, so not really much damage there. Alright. His goal is to take down at least one house. Not entirely sure it's worth it because Asian houses are cheap, but I guess that will do some damage. Anyways, we go here to the east a little bit and see there is gonna be some shooting ranges. There is no military buildings at the moment, and because we are talking about Asia, that means there is some period of time where Pizza will not be able to construct an army. So that period of time is very important. But at the same time, we know that Pizza has a army. It's not a big one, but it exists. And now they are fighting in the middle of the map, showing the muscles, and it appears that Pizza is losing and not many are left. But the tiger has took some victims with him. 2 victims have been slain by the tiger. Sharp fangs and claws. Anyways, TimOn opted to slingers and a little bit of warriors in the mix. I think that's just the remaining warriors that just left. I'm not really expecting much damage from the slingers because there's towers in the front. You have to go through the towers and then into the other tower. So I don't really expect much from this side to do damage to XFactor. Wow. That was not really efficient, isn't it? But anyways, regardless, XFactor will have to support his comrade or else he will be in a pickle, because Olvi is started pushing with those towers. They're Asian towers, they're not expensive, they take a while to be constructed, they also need to upgrade them, but yeah, it's gonna take a while. And because he's Asia, Pizza is Asia, then his army in Bronze Age is very, very weak. Especially the archers, they are very lacking. You can increase their damage, you can increase their accuracy, but that takes 2 minutes time that he doesn't have in an army that he needs immediately. So, as a response for the aggressions on Pizza, XFactor is coming and doing some revenge. He is trying to delay TimOn, or trying to get into TimOn base, but TimOn is not a noob. He may be a monka, but he's not a noob. Okay, maybe he is a noob. The monka needs slingers. No, not in the choke point. You need slingers. My god. Oh my god. This is why slingers are so strong in a choke point. They just group around here and start killing everything. Honestly, you could just make one big tower, upgrade this tower and get rid of it. Don't do anything. Upgrade this one and GG. You didn't need to spend at least 500 food on this crap. Anyways, on the other side here, TimOn still has his own army. He is trying to do as much damage as he wants. Well, with Olvi, try to kill as many houses. Put Pizza in a disadvantage. As you can see, Pizza is not even a full pop anyways, but those houses do cost food. Even for Asia, they do cost food. I'm not entirely sure why Pizza still has a stonecutter, considering that he doesn't have any buildings that benefits from this. You know, there's no stone, there's no pits, so there is no real benefit to actually make that, you know. Pizza still did not take the upgrades. I assume it doesn't want to delay those military buildings. He needs the army when he actually gets attacked, so I guess that's why. There's a lot of towers in the base of Pizza, so he's very secure. The wood line is also very secure, as you can tell. There's a lot of cavalry coming in from TimOn. Those horsemen can deal quite a damage and can destroy towers easily. You can see that TimOn did take most of the upgrades, and soon enough I would assume that he will take also this attack speed upgrade. I think so, but we're gonna find out. No, he hasn't. Wow. He took all the upgrades here, but not the spearman. This is one of the most important upgrades that you need to provide for your horsemen. Maybe if you just forgot. I think he just forgot because I don't know what's going on, but this is not good. Anyways, though they're going full ham on Pizza, and Pizza tries to do some damage to those workers on the front. I think that Olvi is also going for Iron Age. What's going on here? Yes, he's going for Iron Age. Or is he already Iron Age? I'm not too sure. No, he's going medieval. Yeah, he's going medieval. Alright, well, that's interesting. So, yeah. Pizza, very behind. XFactor is medieval. And probably soon enough TimOn as well. So at this stage you will probably considering, yeah, I mean, it seems that Olvi and TimOn are doing good. So although XFactor always say that TimOn is a manka, TimOn is a tryhard when he wants to be a tryhard. He's a good player when he wants to be. Sure, he's a troll in the chat. He always trolls. He made some fun. Everyone laughs at that, and everyone has some fun. And yeah, that's it's something to remember. We're a community, and it's important to have some laugh. And sure, maybe he's not the most nicest person, but we enjoy each other comfort by, I mean, laughing at ourselves more or less. I mean, he kind of trolls everyone, so I mean that's why he got muted somehow. I don't know the back story of how he got muted into official World Selection Discord. It's either toxicity or trolls. I would assume he trolled someone so hard that even the mods in that server could not handle the trollness. So they did not take any risk and muted them, more or less. But I don't know the full story, so something to remember. Now that TimOn is medieval, the only issue is he doesn't have the food, and he is producing a lot of food. You do need to upgrade this, but you don't have the food, that's a problem. You got a heavy spearman, but ooh, that's why. That's the big difference. Wait, no, never mind, that's Asia anyway. European heavy spearman should be quite strong, even without the attack speed upgrade, but especially with the attack speed upgrade. Now you also have a samurai in the mix. That's very surprising. I mean, recently they buffed samurais a little bit. They made them cheaper, so they have a bit more value. But even then, samurais die very fast. So I'm not too sure if it's worth to get samurais. But it appears that TimOn, with some assistance from Olvi, they managed to hold the line, and this is not gonna do any problem to TimOn and Olvi. On the other side here, we got some hand rams coming in from Pizza. He tries to push with those hand rams, but the only problem is there's too many towers around here, so those hand rams will die if they get too close. And yeah, they're dying. So you cannot really place your trust in those hand rams because they die too fast, and because now there is heavy archers coming out from those archeries. Olvi will be able to handle with this army very easily. Now, where is Pizza spot? Okay, so Pizza is aging up to medieval. We only got one iron source, but that's more than enough. Okay, so TimOn, oh my. Here's a tip. Almost no unit can kill this OP Alpha Tower unless you have a very high DPS, but those samurais don't have high DPS. So they have a base damage, but their PS is just not reliable enough. Spearmen, West Europe Spearmen can definitely kill towers, West European towers. It's not cheap, but they can take that trade relatively good. Now you can tell that houses are being constructed from Pizza. He's preparing to get some extra population up and running, and when he does that, I mean, he just finished that, so yeah, he has a lot of houses, a lot. Now he needs to transition some of his military buildings into barracks, because West Asia has a very cheap army, very cheap. They're so cheap that they're considered as trash, but they're also a little bit better than Iron Age units, just a little bit. They're not too good anyways, but they're just tiny bit better. But those differences are enough because they're cheap. So because they're cheap, they have value. Olvi made 1 Springles, presumably he will make more. Yeah, I'm a bit tired now. Anyways, now I see some workshop coming up from TimOn. I see some pikemen fully upgraded. That's 12 damage, so that means fully. And because of the attack speed modifier, he has an extra DPS that is... Actually, I can calculate 12 divided by 0.7. At least 17 damage per second. Now, I'm a bit curious. I need to test it out, or at least ask a friend to test it out. But anyways, what is that? Janissaries. Oh, not bad. Janissaries are not bad. Their DPS is not that behind from the OP pikemen. But remember, their range is a bit lacking, but not too much, not too much. So what I'm curious about is how range, or how much range of the for like pikemen, for instance, influence their effective group DPS. What I mean by that is that imagine you have a group of pikemen. That's what I mean, group, and those group fight another group of army. It doesn't matter what army, just group of army. So how much DPS they can chunk out in some period of time? That's the real question I want to know, because of the effect of range, they can do more DPS for one particular unit. So how much does it take to consume all of the units, and how much health they remain as a consequence? It's an interesting question just to figure it out, to see how OP a range modifier provide for the DPS. Because you don't need to imagine, you can simply understand it, that warriors against spearmen, in normal circumstances, spearmen will 100% beat warriors if their stats are equal, because the range will just provide you the first opportunity to attack, and more spearmen will attack the same unit, because that's how the AI work. So that makes sense, and it's interesting to find out how busted range modifier influence melee units in battle. It's an important topic to find out, because War Selection has a lot of units with different ranges, and it really gives inspiration what we should expect, or to have some good balance around it. I don't know if the devs did it, but I can definitely tell you that it should not be a trivial answer. It's not trivial. It should not be trivial. Anyways, go back to the game. Ooh. Despite having so many of those, it still takes a while to kill that one lone West Europe tower. Because although they have only 100 damage, their range is not amazing and their accuracy lacks a little bit. But it's still decent enough. Still decent enough. But yeah, their damage is not amazing. It seems that they could not manage to beat Pizza. Honestly, I was expecting them to beat him, but remember, this is a top player. He can hold the line, he can defend himself, and he will not give up until it's over. And he seemed to do quite a fine job at that. He still has a lot of metal here and there. He seems to be in a good spot. Yeah. Seems to be they made a comeback. And now TimOn tries to push XFactor, but I don't think it's gonna push far enough, because there is some support coming in from Pizza. Not really strong units, but they're free. They're coming and they should help a little bit. So now we got India from XFactor. Nothing from TimOn, so it's a bit of a disadvantage. Olvi is aging up to late medieval. Okay. Oh, okay. TimOn is not even late. Both of them are not late. I think he is planning on aging up to late any minute now. Yes. So Olvi is in a small difference because he is aging up too late first, but he is still behind substantially. It doesn't look like it, but he's not very ahead. The only thing I'm curious to show you guys is what exactly West Asia has that makes them benefit from the recent patch. So you can make very cheap ASAPs, which are not very good. Their stats are very mediocre. 8 damage, 1 attack speed, 14 range and decent armor. Nothing fancy. Really they are the weak version of any spearman, but they're only slightly better than heavy spearman at best. The only difference is their range, and even that is not substantially bigger. So you can argue that heavy spearmen and ASAPs are pretty much similar to each other, very similar. Alright, now that elephant machine gunners have arrived into the battle, well, partly, they can deal no problem with the onagers. They can now deal with the tower, but that's not really a problem. Now, just as a note, those hand cannons, they have more range than the onagers, only by 50, but it's 50 more than onagers. So they should be able to deal with the onagers, no problem, regardless. TimOn is slowly pushing with Western Europe towers, but at the same time XFactor is slowly building up his own army, which is gonna be a big menace to TimOn if he does not stop it. So what's gonna happen? On this side we got some Eastern Asia Harkebusier, which they don't have amazing damage, No, I mean, okay, damage, not very high range, okay, attack speed, okay, accuracy or dispersion. But the biggest advantage that they have compared to normal bow and arrow is that their attack delay is very small. So you can kill click or attack move, and they'll shoot if you're in range, and then you can move them around and then shoot. Essentially your kite. You don't have any delay when you kite, they just shoot very fast, so that makes them very promising to use as a unit. In principle they can fight against longbows if you want to. Yeah, longbows can lose against gunpowder unit just because of the after attack delay. Just because of that, the animation to shoot takes a while for the longbows or any arrow type unit, but for gunpowder it's very fast, which honestly I can only expect. The reload could take longer, but you can move around in that period of time, which will in principle increase your damage output. Actually, it doesn't change much your damage output. The DPS could be low, but the base damage is high, and that's more important because if you one-shot a unit, then you can get more benefit of it. Now we get some heavy knights from TimOn. Don't underestimate them. Don't underestimate them at all. Now we got some cannons coming up. They have quite a range, and they have no problem killing the onagers. And yeah, it seems like I'm gonna push. Did he take the upgrades for them? Yes, I believe so. Still early medieval. Now India, right. Okay. It would appear that TimOn is in a bad position right now. It doesn't look bad, but it is bad. If it goes in... Okay, guys, we won. Okay, TimOn definitely knows that he won. And his argument for this is by territory. Wait, what? Hold on. According to the rules, you have 55 minutes. 55 minutes for the game, right? And after 55 minutes, then it's over. So, according to the rules, if 55 minutes arrive, the team that wins is the one with the most territory. And by territory, you can definitely tell that TimOn and his Olvi has the most territory. However, Pizza and XFactor says no, it's only for Swiss. Go for Infinity in playoff. Yikes! Shit rules. GG well then. GG well. Well, is it the truth? I have no clue. But well, TimOn and Olvi gave up, or to be honest, just FF'd. Because the 55 minutes mark arrived, and I probably assume there's another match after this, so they had to end it before this time. It's a bit sad that they had to end it here, because I wanted to see what happens after this. I would expect that because of the elephants, they'll just reach and kill the economy. Well, there's towers everywhere, so I don't think they'll be able to kill anything here. But they will be able to move around, delaying as much damage as you could, and then just go to this side and do as much damage you could there. Both are valid choices. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you do, consider subscribing to my channel, liking, commenting, and all the good stuff. And yeah, go play ranked, have some fun, and see ya on the next one. Bye, guys. bye.